Cancer, December 2016, the last month of the year, and this is for everyone who has their ascendant, sun and moon in Cancer, with me, Lada from astrolada.com. So my dear Cancers, let's see how the last month is proceeding for you. Well, the month starts with a positive configuration between Mars and Jupiter, a trine, harmonious aspects between two very energetic planets, and they are happening for you in the 4th house, and Mars for you is in the 8th house. So basically there can be some positive development, especially the first 3-4 days of the month of December 2016, in regards to your family, for example, because Jupiter is in your 4th house of family. In 8th house is resources that come to you from others. So, for example, your family can provide some resources that you need, or some moral, financial, material support to you, for example, or you might secure some debt or some kind of a loan to fix something at home, for example, because there is harmonious energy between the 8th and the 4th house. Family and other people's resources, emotional happiness as well. Both houses, the 4th and the 8th, rule how we feel within emotionally, so there will be a bit of a pick-me-up emotionally. Even if you don't see some specific outer manifestations of that, there will be definitely, which I think that something positive can happen in regards to your home, in regards to your relationships with close and loved people, in regards to your emotional state, and also some positive manifestation in regards to you can proceed with positive actions, because both planets are more active, Jupiter and Mars, in regards to sorting out problems that are connected to other people's resources, or clients' money, or something to do with inheritances, with taxes, you know, all these 8th house matters that Mars is situated in. So this is how the month starts. Then towards the 8th of December, maybe a day before, around the 8th, Venus starts entering into your 8th house as well, Cancers. And this means that till the end of December, you can benefit something from another person. You might get a present for a loved one that you really enjoy and find quite attractive and beautiful. Maybe your Christmas present, you'll be happier with them, or you'll get something a bit bigger or more luxurious than expected, for example. But the 8th house is, as I said, resources from other people, and Venus is the small benefic, so it brings some kind of a, it's not going to change your life till the end of December, but something that you enjoy, that you find pleasurable, that comes to you from others. Maybe there is this pair of shoes you always wanted and your partner gets them for you. Or maybe there is this loan you want and finally you can procure it, because Venus makes things a bit easier now when it's in the 8th house of other resources. You know, and 8th house is also very passionate. It's hidden sexual intimacy and desires as well. So this can increase, with Venus in the 8th house, it can increase the desire for more passionate relationships, desire for more intense experiences, maybe even a bit private, a bit secretive in some way. Okay, then, and that continues till the end of December. Then, from around the 10th of December, maybe a day before, a day after, a couple of days before, a couple of days after, the Sun and Saturn join together in the sky in your 6th house, Cancers. And this happens once every year, that the Sun and Saturn will be joined together in the sky. And usually some difficult decisions have to be made, or some actions that require, the Sun is action, Saturn is effort, Saturn is responsibility, duty. So maybe undertaking some project that requires more of your efforts, more of your push and hard work, or maybe some difficult decision, or some important and serious development in regards to matters of the 6th house in your horoscope that can manifest. The 6th house is matters to do with health, matters to do with work, with routines, with daily routines that maintain your health, or with planning, organizing, and matters like that. So something important might be happening around those days in regards to health, in regards to especially work, your work responsibilities, duty responsibilities, you know, and routines and habits. And then we have on the 19th of December, Mercury is going retrograde, Cancer, in your 7th house. And wow, well, that's gonna be from the 19th of December to around the 5th of January, so about 15 days approximately, that you're going to have Mercury retrograde. And 7th house is relationships, especially if your ascendant is in Cancer, to a lesser degree Sun or Moon. But what is happening when Mercury goes retrograde in the 7th house? And I think that the whole December will be important for those topics I'm talking about, and also January, because Mercury stays in your 7th house for the whole December and January, which indicates that it's not going to be just during the retrograde period that Mercury intensifies those themes, but especially it's kind of, you start getting a sign about them already from the beginning of December and towards the end of January. So there might be re-evaluation of certain relationships, for example, business or personal relationships. Someone from the past might come to your life. It's not necessary that they're lovers or intimate partners, but important people in your life. They might be business partners, very close friends, or even relationship partners from the past who come. You get a word from them, you hear from them. For example, when I had Mercury retrograde in the 7th house, I heard from a friend I haven't heard in years, and we got together, and that was positive, you know. But sometimes, like, something from the past can come, like a relationship, to be seen from a different angle, to be able for you to communicate things that didn't have closure, that were left unspoken. Now you have a chance in December, especially the second half of December, to say those things you could not say, or someone from the past can have a chance to come to you and say those things they wanted to say. Or if you're in a relationship, for example, when Mercury goes retrograde, this is when we really want to communicate things that we've been bottling under, because Mercury becomes much more powerful when it's retrograde. It means the issues of Mercury, which is about communicating and saying your opinions, become way more pressing for us, because Mercury is 2 times closer to the Earth when it's retrograde. So it's not going to allow you to leave unsaid things. So this is why many times relationship can be strained when Mercury goes retrograde, because you bring to the surface things that have been bothering you, which you are not willing to say to your business partners, close friends, or marriage partners in relationship. And because of that, what happens is that you will need to renegotiate the terms of relationship, for example, or renegotiate the terms of a business partnership, for example, or renegotiate the terms of an agreement. Or if you're working on some contract, on some partnerships, on some agreement, Mercury can delay the fulfillment of the closing of the deal, or maybe on some sale if you're working, which is agreement between 2 people. Mercury can expand it because you might have to, the time frame, because you might have to re-examine the clauses of the contract, or you might have to change something. But you know, by the time Mercury turns direct and moves out of your 7th house, which means by the end of January, you'd be grateful that you had to re-examine the relationship, or re-evaluate the agreement, or take longer to create the agreement, because Mercury helps us see the faulty things that if we had gone ahead and signed, we were not going to be fully happy with those terms anyway, and you come up to a better agreement, even though it's a bit more frustrated, takes longer. And also in relationships, if a relationship is good, the Mercury retrograde in the 7th house is not going to break it, but it's going to just bring to the surface some of the unspoken truths, or unspoken upsetting things that you did not want to share with each other, or that you buried. It might be something from the past that you bring up to your relationship. Why, for example, your partner cheated on you 5 years ago and it's still bothering you, and you want to talk about it, or whatever it is. You might have, like, new Mercury is the planet of rules, spoken rules between people. So you might have to renegotiate the rules of the game in the relationship, so to speak. Okay, so that will affect the Cancers quite strongly, you know. And usually while Mercury is retrograde, is not the best time to start totally new contracts, unless it's, or totally new relationship, unless it's something that comes to you back from the past, that's already been in process for some time, for example. And then on the 20th of December, Mars goes in Pisces, which for Cancer is the 9th house. And that's great, because Mars will energize you in a harmonious way, starting from the 20th of December, Cancers, till the end of January, which means for a month and a half almost. Mars is in a water sign, which is supportive of you being a water sign, and Mars is energy. But energy that is not rubbing on you, that doesn't stress you, because if Mars is in a sign that's not harmonious to Cancer, either you don't have enough energy, or you have too much energy that rubs others in the wrong way, or too much stress. But when it's in a harmonious water sign, it's kind of gentle push, enough to excite you, but not enough to make you obnoxious to others. So it's kind of revitalizing your astral body and feelings as well. And in the 9th house, it's going to be auspicious time to move ahead with actions connected to higher education, connected to traveling in faraway countries, connected to any activities which have to do with pre-qualification, for example, or anything to do with traveling foreign countries, foreigners or people, and activities that are from a different culture or different social background than you. And okay, then we have throughout the whole of December, Jupiter and Saturn are in a harmonious aspect, in a sextile. It's kind of almost formed throughout the whole of the month, and that's rare that Jupiter and Saturn are in a harmonious aspect. Those are both planets that can manifest on the material level in tangible events. When they're in a harmonious aspect, we can produce something more tangible, something more realistic as results. We can create something of lasting value, and some opportunities can come to us, which is Jupiter, which Saturn allows you to implant for a lasting time in a tangible way in your life. And Jupiter basically is going to be for you Cancers now in the 4th house, and Saturn is in the 6th house. So some opportunities can come in regards to place of living, in regards to family, in regards to people that you consider very near and dear, like your mother, father, your family members, for example, or something to do with property, land, place of living, immovable assets. And Saturn, making a good aspect to Jupiter, can make sure that you procure that it's lasting, that the results of that are lasting, that you can manifest it in a tangible way, and it doesn't stay just an opportunity. But also, Jupiter can help with its opportunistic aspect to Saturn in the 6th house, which is your health. So some new insights or information can come through about your health, or some new practices can come in regards to your health, which can improve it, or in regards to your routines and duties, or in regards to your work. For example, if you started a new work, Cancers, Saturn in the 6th house can indicate, and Jupiter ascending and Trine can indicate that this work will bring opportunities, or that you can start a new work, for example, and this work will implant itself lastingly in your life. Possibly your family can help you in regards to your work in some way. Something to do with property and family can harmonize well in regards to your health, or in regards to your debts and duties and responsibilities, and in regards to your work as well, which is the 6th house. And not only that, but Saturn is making a trine aspect to Uranus towards the end of the month, which I'll give you the whole month for influence, because those planets are moving very slowly, so you're probably very likely going to feel it the whole month. So we have a trine aspect, very rare, harmonious aspect between Saturn and Uranus. One is new beginnings, Uranus is new beginnings, Saturn is lasting results when they're in a harmonious aspect. So Uranus is in the 10th house, Saturn in the 6th house. 10th house is career, authority figures, 6th house is work, duties, responsibilities. Could it be that some opportunity in regards to work can come to you now, Cancers? Not all of you, obviously, but that's a possible manifestation of this combination. So opportunity for work, and for you with personal efforts, Saturn, and dedication and work behind the scene to change and have a breakthrough in regards to your social status, and in regards to some relationship with an authority figure, or in regards to your career and your career goals and plans. So there is a harmonious aspect between the 10th and the 6th house, and we like that. Work and career, authorities and employees are harmonizing together. 6th house is employees and servants, like we used to say, or duties and errands that we have to run on a daily routines, and 10th house is the recognition we receive for that, and leadership and structure. So, and yeah, of course, there is Uranus opposition Jupiter from the 10th and the 4th house, again, is happening in 2016 in December, which is the first of its transits, is going to repeat throughout 2017. So some sudden developments in regards to your place of living and family, and in regards to your career. But as we said, Saturn makes good aspects to both Jupiter and Uranus. So even if they're a bit upsetting, those sudden developments, or shocking or out of the blue in regards to your career, social status, or family, Saturn will make sure that with application and over time, the results will stabilize your situation rather than destabilize it. So thank you so much, Cancer. Subscribe to my channel and check out all my courses on astrology, personal astrology, Saturn, all about Saturn. What does it mean? Your karma, Jupiter and Rahu. Rahu and Ketu. I have at least 20 courses online, starting from $20 about retrograde planets, about stelliums, and going up to $100 with very rare and unique astrology information. Some of them go up to 50 hours, those courses. Some other courses go up to 6 hours, so thank you so much, guys.